Hi there, number one game enthusiasts. Arsenal are working on top-notch deals. Real Madrid are setting a new ultimatum for Mbappe. Barcelona continues to pressure Xavi, and it appears that Lewandowski will have to look for a new club. Today's release will be a smashing one, so let's proceed to start. Press the like button and join us in the hottest football news. Let's get the show on the pitch. Maguire and Martial will not be available against Liverpool. Shaw and Rashford are ready to contribute to the team. Andre Lunin will become the first choice goalkeeper for Real Madrid. Ancelotti sees no need to return him to the bench. Chelsea are set to part ways with several players, including Chalobah, in order to have a new signing during the January transfer window. Ten Hag is a fantastic coach, and I have no doubts about him. In January, we get a new window and a chance to improve the team. Not playing in Europe will give him more time. Johnny Evans is quoted as saying by the Daily Mail. Chelsea have confirmed that Sanchez, Cucurella and James are out with injuries. I'm looking forward to the doctor giving me a little more freedom because I feel good. I want to go back to my routine and feel like a footballer again. El Partidazo de Cope quoted Sergio Rico as saying, "It would be foolish to take away the VAR, thinks Premier League's referees chief Howard Webb." The Cameroonian FA is trying to convince Inter Milan centre-back Jan Bissek to perform for the national team. Meanwhile, the player is waiting for a call from Germany. The former president of Ankara Gucu, Faruk Koka, has been banned from football for life for punching a referee in the face. I expect Liverpool to rip Manchester United to shreds, so I'm going for a 3-0 home win, told Sports TV pundit Paul Merson. MLS has introduced a new rule that limits the time available to a player to leave the field of play when he is substituted for 10 seconds, and if not, his club has to play at least 60 seconds with one man less before the change is complete. Bayern Munich believe Joao Kimmich cannot expect a pay rise given his current form. And Nkunku can be involved in Chelsea's tie against Sheffield United. It's very good news, Mauricio Pochettino shared. I'm given enough support at Manchester United. I'm focusing on my job to help the team play better, Erik ten Hag said. It's safe to say that Girona will remain in La Liga next season, so we have completed the first talk, told Girona president Delphi Heli. Warren Zaïre-Emery is open to ink a new contract with PSG when he turns 18. It'll happen on March 8th next year. The agreement will be calculated for 5 years. AC Milan have asked Barcelona about the availability of Clement Lenglet, who has not played a single Premier League match on loan at Aston Villa. Bayern are also interested in the player. Tomorrow, we will see if Haaland is able to play in the first or the second Club World Cup game, Guardiola informed. Inter Miami friendly in Hong Kong were sold out in an hour despite cheapest seats costing $113. Serbia could play a friendly match against Russia in St. Petersburg at the end of March if it receives permission from UEFA and FIFA. It's not the time to talk about being able to win La Liga, but it's time to say that we are a team that can aspire to make Europe, noted the head coach of Girona, Mikel. Manchester United and Eintracht Frankfurt have agreed on the loan of Donny van de Beek with the buy option clause worth 15 million euros. Atletico Madrid centre-back Jose Jimenez broke his arm during the game against Barcelona. The player was outraged by the decision of coach Diego Simeone to replace him, thus he punched the wall and was eventually diagnosed with a fracture. AS Roma have extended the contract with 21-year-old midfielder Edouard Bove. Now the agreement between the club and the player is calculated until June 2028. There's definitely a mole, isn't there? Nothing comes out of a good dressing room, regardless of what's being going on, thanks Manchester United legend Andy Cole. Our clash against Manchester United? I never like when the headlines are about United not being great before we play, Jurgen Klopp said. These players are champions of La Liga and the Super Cup. They deserve respect. Xavi backs his players. Porto winger Wenderson Galeno has been selected as the player of the week in the Champions League. During the match against Shakhtar Donetsk, he scored a brace and delivered 2 assists. Real Madrid player Vinicius Jr. has joined Brazilian esports organization Loud as a co-owner. Borussia Mönchengladbach defender Nico Elvedi has emerged as a target for various Premier League clubs. Borussia Dortmund are in search of a new left back, with Fran Garcia and Reguilon among the possible candidates. Last year's 0-7 defeat against Liverpool? The first half I think we played very decently and we got hammered just after halftime, Erik ten Hag stated. Juan Cuadrado is out of action until March. Inter Milan will sign a player to replace him in the January transfer window. Richarlison has 3 goals in the last 2 Premier League appearances. The striker scored only once in the previous 12 games. Porto midfielder Stefan Eustáquio has been named Canada's Soccer Player of the Year, beating Bayern Munich's Alphonso Davies and Lille's Jonathan David. Yesterday, we had a few opening matchday fixtures in Europe's top 5 leagues. The results are in front of you. Alright, moving on to the main news of the release. Real Madrid are continuing to thoroughly prepare for the signing of PSG marksman Kylian Mbappe. According to reports from us, Los Blancos want the Frenchman to decide whether he wants to pursue his career at Real Madrid by January 15th. At Madrid, they believe that this is enough time to make a final decision. The Spanish giants took such a step after last year's experience when Mbappe chose to renew his contract with the Parisians at the very last moment. Barcelona's sporting department remained dissatisfied with the experimental approach the team's head coach Xavi took regarding the use of Ronald Araujo on the pitch. According to Sport.es, the dissatisfaction was caused by the manager's latest experiments with players' positioning in the defensive line and specifically Araujo's role. It's believed that the Uruguayan should play as a centre-back only, not on the right wing, where Joao Cancelo was brought in back in the summer. Napoli forward Victor Osimhen is as close as possible to extending his contract with his club. All the necessary details have already been discussed, with only the question of release clause amount still hanging up in the air. The parties have agreed on 130 million euros, but this sum could be increased by another 10 million. The Nigerian is expected to extend the contract until the summer of 2026. The current deal between the parties is valid until June 2025, while the new one is reported to be a gentleman's agreement between the Partenopians and the player. Osimhen will earn 10 million euros per year under the newly penned contract. There is a high probability that he will play at another club next year, where he will receive lifts. Besides, it's noted that Arsenal have already been in contact with the forward's agent Roberto Calenda. Chelsea and other clubs are also interested in Osimhen's services. Barcelona head coach Xavi Hernandez has shared whether he's thinking about leaving his position. "I'm not thinking about resigning. I am excited that we can have a good season ahead. I believe more than ever in the project and the players. I have a great relationship with the president, with Deco, with the You Stay," Xavi assured. Arsenal are considering signing Santos centre forward Marcos Leonardo, according to Goal Brazil. No offer has been submitted yet, but the Gunners will likely do so as soon as the winter transfer window opens. The English side knows that the 20-year-old forward can be acquired for the same or even lower price than what AS Roma offered the Black and Whites back in the summer. 12 million plus 6 million in add-ons. The matter is that Santos have been relegated from Serie B at the end of last season. Before getting dropped from the top flight, the club asked for at least 15 million euros for the player, excluding add-ons. Leonardo's current deal runs until December 2026. It includes a release clause valued at 100 million euros. Barcelona are shocked by the form of Robert Lewandowski and thus want to offload the striker in the summer. The club's board of directors and coaching staff are totally baffled by the Pole's poor performance, and this is what they see as one of the main reasons for the Catalan's current 4th spot in La Liga table. Robert himself is happy at Barcelona and wants to play out his contract, which expires in the summer of 2026. Meanwhile, Xavi now sees Vitor Roque as the main option up front. A special bet will be made on the Brazilian from the next campaign, while this season, the task of the 18-year-old forward lies in adapting to a new team and league as quickly as possible. Lewandowski is actually wanted in Saudi Arabia and, according to Sport.es, he was even offered a contract worth 150 million euros. But so far, the Pole and his wife have no intention to accept it, although Barca are open to let the striker out in the summer. Guys, a video about Girona and its spectacular formation was released on the Football Club channel. Highly recommended for checking out. Click on the link and find out very cool and intriguing details of the White and Reds rise to the top. Well, the football news was with you. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye and see you in a bit.